Welcome back to episode 6 of the Maple Mile podcast. I'm Isaiah Bider.
I'm Jesse Bontrager. And today joining us, he's the guy from Forest Grove, Oregon. His PRs are 4:15 in the mile, 25:56 in the 8K, and 1:53 in the 4x8. He's also held the 1,500 meter record here for about 10 minutes last year, and he is the comedic backbone for the team. Please welcome Jacob Friesen.
Thank you.
All right, so first we go into our training status. So Isaiah, you want to take us off with that?
Yeah. Since the last episode, training hasn't been too crazy. We're tapering a little bit because we have conference this week, which is crucial for us. So we're definitely we're not training through this. We're just kind of getting our bodies ready as much as we can for it, and mentally, of course. So we've just been doing slightly lower mileage, but mainly just less intensity. We had a workout last week. If you saw the reel on YouTube or Instagram, it was just very, very light. It was just a tune-up. It was 3 miles at tempo and then 1 mile at threshold. And then just yesterday we had 8x600 at 8K pace. That was it. So we're not really trying to gain too much right now. We're just trying to maintain and stay fresh. So body's feeling really good though. Been taking a lot of ice baths. That's been helping a ton. Or as we like to say, bathing in ice. So yeah, my body's feeling really good, and mentally I'm feeling really good, especially for this Friday. So yeah.
Jake, you want to go next?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a pretty similar training cycle as you guys. We're obviously winding down, trying to get ready for conference. Little lighter workouts with more rest. We had the 8x600 also yesterday our rest is more like closer to 2 minutes, which has been like adjustment. Earlier in the season, we often were only a minute or 90-second rest. Yeah. And then we had the tempo also on Friday, and similar 3 mile tempo and 1 mile at threshold.
Yeah. I've definitely felt like our legs are feeling so much better. Like just taking down the volume and just the last 2 workouts have felt insanely smooth, almost too smooth.
Yeah, almost too smooth, which is how it should be. But
yesterday felt really easy.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun being fit.
We had a big group yesterday, and just having like 10 guys going.
Yeah, you guys were in a pack.
Yeah, it was a big pack.
Yeah, it was good. I feel like this week has also been like, we're doing our physical like sharpening for our runs, but I feel like this week mentally it's kind of changed a little bit. At least for me, I feel more ready to like hit this one hard and just like go all out, because it's all I can give right now. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that Coach Rustin has talked about quite a bit, is like we're trying to get ourselves physically ready, but it's also really important to be mentally ready for this race. So.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Anything else on that?
I think that's it. I mean, this is the time of the season where racing is fun to talk about, but training is really boring to talk about. So, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, we're feeling good with a little bit less intensity and volume.
Yeah.
All right. So we're actually going to do our top 5 next, because we got some other special things. So this week it's going to be top 5 track events. So yeah, let's do it.
Okay. And we start from our 5th one up.
Oh, shoot.
If you can remember that.
Okay.
Or we could just do number 1.
No.
Okay.
I like that. We'll build up.
Okay.
Yeah. Isaiah, you can start. Go Jake, and then.
Okay. So this one isn't like a main event at all. Oh wait, I have 2 cross country like events on there, but I'm gonna count it.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
So the 5th one I had a 6K. Because for some reason they're getting a little bit more popular in like the early cross country season in college. And I just don't like 6Ks because it's like, what are you going to do, brag about your 6K time? Like, no one even knows what distance that is.
Okay, but this is your top 5? So it made the list?
No, you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish, though. But it's a nice, like, season opener, though, I do have to say. Because it's, like, just over a 5K, barely. And, I don't know, you don't have to, you're never in peak shape anyways. Like early season, if you are, you really messed up. But it's just a really good season opener, and I guess it does change it up. So I like it for that, but I only want to do like one a season at most.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at my old school, I think we did 2 one season, and I'm like, why are we doing 2 6Ks in a row?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go next.
Okay. I think my number 5 is it's gonna be the mile, which may
Okay.
be surprising, but
Dang.
the mile is like we only really race it indoor, but it's kind of fun. In high school, I didn't ever race the mile because Oregon does the 15 and the 3K, so that's a little bit unique.
Yeah,
But I really enjoy racing the mile. It kind
Mhm.
of sucks it's only an indoor, but it's a fun race.
for sure.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I got the 5K. Like, I mean, it's kind
Oh.
of boring.
Cross or track?
I just love the distance, but okay, I'll
Yeah.
just say I haven't raced a 5K on the track. I don't think so. Probably just cross country.
You're gonna do an indoor 5K?
Bro. If
Those
I get to
hurt.
if I get to do it on the Boston track, then maybe. Well, that's a lot of left turns. But yeah, I like the distance, and
Yeah.
I'll go with the 5K.
Okay. My 4th one is the 8K, obviously cross country. The 8K, I think it's the toughest event out of all track races and cross country races. Like 8K, other than like the 10K cross country race, but the 8K is just like the only way to get through it is just grit. I mean, you could be a really, really good track guy, like even like good in like track distance races. Like you could be a really good 10K, 5K guy on the track and then get cooked and rolled in the 8K on a cross course. So it just takes a lot of like that extra level of like mental toughness, which is pretty gnarly. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just, I don't know, it's satisfying when you PR on the 8K just because it's so tough. But
Yeah. I'm gonna go with my number 4 is the DMR. And
okay.
I'm gonna use the 8 leg because that's mostly what I was racing last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm really curious how a 12 would feel. Drew Hogan was running the 12 leg last year, and so
Dang.
yeah, it seems interesting. I'd be curious to try that at some point in college.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't even know how like you go out a little bit slower than 8 pace. Like
Kind of. It's kind of just like a brutal 800 with
Yeah.
400 more after.
800 and hang on.
Yeah.
Holy. Yeah. Okay, I just got the open 8 for this next one. I got to get faster at the 8 for sure, but I enjoy it more than other events.
Okay.
I know I can get better at it. Haven't been great at it, but yeah, I enjoyed being done with it and being like, okay, I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 3 is the track 5K.
Bro's hitting all the long distance events.
I love the track 5K. I think that might be my strongest race, potentially. At least this far. I don't know. I just love it. There's something about it, and it's over like so quick, especially compared to like going from 8K cross to 5K. It just feels significantly shorter. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I just love it, especially under the lights. That's the best. And just like, I don't know, for some reason I'm weirdly good at pacing in the 5K. And I just like it because it's a mix of, you have to have really good turnover and speed, but you also have to be really strong. So I like that, having that combination. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping to race a 5K on the track this season. I didn't get to.
You're
I
doing
missed
good.
one of the meets that I had like a slight injury last spring, so I missed the one of the meets that we were aiming to run a 5K. But it seems like a fun event on the track.
It is. Yeah.
I'm
And it's
looking forward
hype.
to
Like,
that.
audience, at least distance fans,
Yeah.
love that race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Steve Prefontaine kind of made that like a big.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 mile of the 5K made it a bigger deal.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Is it?
Yeah, my number
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
is going to be the Open 800.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll elaborate on that more in the future in the next the 1 and 2, and I describe my thought process.
Yeah.
Sounds good. For my next one, I got the 4x4. And
That is a hot take.
okay, I'm a distance
Whoa.
guy, so I can't move very fast, but I do enjoy the vibes, especially when you're the anchor. It's fun. So yeah.
And there's usually, when you're a distance runner and you get thrown on the 4x4, it's always just because it's a no pressure environment.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, we need to work on turnover.
It's a fun event for a distance
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. My number 2 is the 1500. The 1500, it hurts. But it's also, I don't know, being able to like turn it over even more on that last lap just feels amazing. And it's similar to the 800 or 4x4. You don't have to think. I mean, 1500 involves a little bit more strategic planning, but it's the same thing. You can just run it off your pure adrenaline, which is why it's fun to race. But I'm not really a 1500 runner. I'm definitely like more of a distance guy, but you know, when I've done it before to work on speed, I've always loved it. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one.
Hey.
My number 2 is 1500 also. I love the like that it's still super fast,
yeah,
but you have to think and plan your like you can't like the open 8 or even the 4x8, you're kind of just going fast the whole time. The 15, I feel like the first like 700 meters, you're trying to figure out where you are in terms of the rest of the pack and deciding when you want to make your move. And then there's enough distance left that you still have to kind of gut check and race the rest of the race. And so I really love that aspect of the 1500.
yeah.
I got the 4x8 next.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like I think I like it because I guess in high school it was the first event on the track, and you just get like the hurdles are still out in except for like 3 lanes. I don't know. It's just kind of vibe, and you get to meet the distance guys on the other team. You're like, all right, let's get this over with.
My number 1 is the 800, and this
wow,
is so
that's
funny.
surprising.
Wow,
It's funny because I'm not even an 800 runner, but like I've done it enough in college and especially high school. It's just, I don't know, like you're saying, you can run it off with pure adrenaline, being hype. It's so fun to run. I mean, my favorite 800 race I remember was last spring when it was after I raced the 1500, and there was another race, I forgot what it was, but it was after 2 races, and it was one of those meets where it was like you're just kind of doing it for like a huge workout. So that's why I was purposely doing like several events. So I started the 800. Didn't feel good. I was in dead last first 400, and then luckily they put me in a really good heat for me, because I ended up like I passed second to last with like maybe like 300 to go, and then slowly made my way to first, and then just like finishing first, going from dead last to first was just the best feeling ever, especially in an 800. I mean, my heat wasn't crazy quick, to be fair, so my finishing time wasn't great, but I just love the 800 because you can do that. You can just pure adrenaline, which is so fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the 4x8 as my number 1, and so I kind of cheated. Like 3 of my favorite events are the 800, the DMR 800, the Open 800, and the 4x8.
Is this a mid distance guy?
Yeah. tell me you like track without telling me you like track. I think like the 4x8, it's like the same adrenaline as the Open 8, but you have a teammate running before or after you. And so I think that just automatically gives me motivation to run faster. Like seeing your teammate running towards you with a baton, and especially if they put you in a good position, you're like, man, like it's on me to get my next guy into a good position or finish this strong.
Oh, for sure.
And so I feel like that makes it really easy. And just like the chaos on the line of like 8 lanes coming towards you, everyone's like shoving each other and trying to get position. I just love that. And I like it so much more than the Open 8, which I'm not quite sure why, but like I think that team aspect really makes that event stand out to me. And yeah, so
sure.
4x8 has got to be the number 1 for me.
I'm totally with you on that Open 8 comparison, because I'm like, I cannot get off the line. So if I get a running start, that's a vibe. Yeah. I got the mile for my last one. I'm a miler when it comes to track. I don't really like the 2 mile. Don't really like the 800 in track. Just it's good. Yeah, I like the strategy behind it, like pushing on that 3rd lap and being like, I know I can give more. Like, yeah.
And you always know the 3rd lap is going to be the hardest. But like if you just get through the 3rd lap, the 4th lap is like what you dream of the whole time. Like it's similar to the 15. It's like that 3rd lap, you know, is going to be hard, and then just got to push through the last lap.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure. All right. This one, for some reason, this might be a short segment, but whatever. I feel like, Jake, you got hacks around GC. I don't know. This might just be in the rot, like with the yum yum sauce, but like,
or the $1 was a barbecue sauce. What was it?
Yeah, I got some $1 barbecue sauce from Walmart.
Yeah.
So like, what are some Jacob Friesen GC hacks that you got?
Oh man, that's a good one. In terms of running, I feel like there's nothing like super crazy. I mean, ice baths, which you guys obviously do a lot.
Yeah.
These guys have been in the training room like it seems like every day after practice, taking an ice bath together.
We've been abusing that, yeah.
I also really like taking advantage of the Normatex, which I just didn't have access to in high school, and so that's been nice. And also using the trainers to get scrapes consistently and stuff. I think that like recovery is such a big priority in college. I mean, and it was in high school also, but like in order to compete at a high level, there has to put a lot of emphasis on recovery, and that's like stretching after practice and doing all the little things all the time consistently, and that's really hard to do. But I think running wise, like that's my hack is like trying to recover as much as possible.
For sure.
Yeah.
For all of the non-runners listening, Normatex are these compression boots that squeeze your legs and increase blood flow, or blood flow circulation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
All right,
their excuse to sit for like 20 to 30 minutes after practice and
Yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about off the cross country course?
Off
or
the
track?
cross country course. Yeah. I think well, okay, for rooming, this may be a small thing, but I think getting a triple is the move in as an underclassman. Like a triple gives you so much more space and flexibility, and I really think that's been cool. For academics, use the Ask Help Desk. I don't know, have you guys ever used that before?
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet. Yeah.
I highly recommend that because the tutors will help you like look over your whole paper, and they give some really good feedback and stuff. So I definitely use that. And when you're studying, like trying to find a secluded spot to study, because in college, like
Yeah.
especially as an athlete, I think prioritizing your time is really hard. And so if you're doing unfocused study sessions, your life is just going to be that much more stressful. So if you're going to study, like finding a spot to lock in and really
For
study.
sure. Yeah. I
I like
love
that.
the library at Goshen.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just like it's so like chill and mellow in there. It's just easy to focus. I feel like I don't know what it is.
Do you know
but-
about the third floor study rooms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
third floor study rooms, you get like a little key from the
Yeah.
librarian, and like these rooms you can just like lock yourself in. No one goes up there ever. Hopefully
Yeah.
people listening don't start going up there
Oh
now.
no.
We can edit it out.
Edit it out, Max.
But yeah, it's like you can just lock in up there, and I think that's a great spot.
Yeah.
Do you guys have hacks that you picked up while being here?
Not yet. I guess like not really a hack, but like just recording your time whenever you walk places, so you know exactly how long it's gonna take.
How long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the other day,
Yeah.
I recorded how long like the water fountain takes to do my water bottle. So I'm like, okay, 30 seconds per 32 ounces.
That's really specific.
I know. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, just like knowing exactly how long things are gonna take.
Yeah.
That's nice about a small campus. I feel like you can get anywhere in like 2 minutes. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a stretch from like the one side of the campus all the way to the other, but most places you can get in 2 to 3 minutes. And so like you can be running really late and
Oh, for
still get
sure.
there on time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
No. Okay. So now we got the hot takes segment here.
This is a fun one.
I threw this in the chat GPT, like running hot takes.
Inspired by ChatGPT. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we can start these first, unless
Yeah.
anyone's got a hot take first.
I mean, I don't know if this is going to be on there, but I do not think that the 800 is the hardest event in track. I feel like that's
Agreed.
my hot take. Everyone's always like the
Okay.
800 is the hardest event, but for me,
I guess we're getting into this.
What do you have to say to that?
I feel like the last lap or last 300 is just total pain, but at the same time, what race isn't? But yeah, I just feel like I fell apart, and it doesn't help that my last 800 I like barely finished because I raced the mile I think in high school conference or I don't know, and I raced really well, but then I was just gassed for the rest of the time, and I was supposed to win that race, and I got like sixth and like barely got across the line.
Oh,
So I started immediately. I'm like, it's not my time. But
I feel like, at least for me, like the more I can think in a race, the harder the race is. And so for an 800, like the strategy for me is just going out as fast as possible and then trying to finish as fast as possible. And so I don't have enough time to think, especially in the 4x8 where you have like the adrenaline of your teammates and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes it a really easy race for me. Which,
Oh, for sure.
But everyone's always like, it's the hardest race. So maybe I'm just crazy.
what is the hardest race in your opinion?
8K.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
working on that though. We're working on that.
Okay, here's
Lot
a
of time
quick
to
one.
think. Yeah.
Short shorts or half tights?
That's a tough one. I feel like it really depends on the race. I feel
Yeah.
like the faster the race, the more valid half tights are.
I think so too.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, I think it's funny because junior year I was only half tights after there was a windy race. I'm like, oh, I don't want my split shorts blowing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
That's
like,
valid.
I
Yeah.
raced well of them, but then like that same like junior track season, I was doing only splitties.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess I've done split shorts more this year.
Yeah. I think split shorts for cross, half tights for track. I don't know. That's always been the routine.
Yeah.
What's
Well, I was just trying
Oh.
to find a good Chat GPT hot take. here.
yeah. That
Alright.
first one's crazy.
Like the runner high is overhyped.
Yeah.
Do you think the runner high is overhyped?
I don't think so. I feel like it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
And like
I think I think so too.
that's
And
what keeps me running. Like it's like the
Yeah.
the few times you get the runner's high, like
Yeah.
it makes it
Yeah.
worth like the struggle of the hard races and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And yeah, I think that like not every day is going to be an easy day, and when you can have high exertion day, like where you race or you have a big
Yeah.
workout, and you can end up like feeling on top of the world, that's what makes running worth it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I always get the runners high after tempos that like feel crazy easy, kind of like last Friday.
Yeah, you were big on that. You were very high.
Yeah, I was happy after that, and after any long run, not like a 12 miler, but like a 14 plus.
I
always
feel like
get 'em.
long runs, especially progressive ones,
Yes.
just like
Mhm.
Yeah.
you just start to feel good. Like
Yeah.
usually you feel bad for the first 7 to 10 miles or maybe less. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then it just starts to feel once you start progressing really, I feel like so smooth and I love
For
that
sure.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like during that, like looking at the run from the whole thing, it's like, oh my, like this is gonna be a long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like once you get into it, you're just mile by mile chunking
Yeah.
that thing.
And then just seeing
Yeah.
that run on your Garmin Connect or Strava afterwards, it's just so satisfying.
It's so satisfying. Seeing
Yeah.
the splits just get faster and faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Treadmills are underappreciated. That's just.
I hate treadmills.
I disagree with that.
I don't like treadmills either.
I feel like last season was the first time I really started using a treadmill because there was like a few weeks here in Goshen where it was like -20. And so like we were just doing
Yeah.
all our mileage on treadmills. And I really don't think that changed my opinion about it. Like I don't think
Right.
I enjoyed it more after that.
The amount of times I ran in a blizzard instead of the
Yeah.
treadmill is
No, my eyelids were like I was like I can't do the treadmill anymore. So I went outside and my eyelids were like freezing shut. by
Yeah.
then.
Have you guys ever done like the half and half where like
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit on the treadmill, a little bit outside.
Yeah. I did. I think there was like a storm outside, and I like cut mileage. I was like, okay, I'm running on the little indoor track.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You just
Yeah.
go nowhere fast. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating to be working so hard and still be standing still.
Yes.
But
My legs just never feel good on a treadmill either. They feel
Coming-
so heavy.
coming
Yeah.
off a treadmill is a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Like you feel so I don't know, like fast almost. Like you're like
Yeah.
actually moving somewhere even though you're walking.
Right.
Yeah. Or like the pace is always different for treadmills. I feel like it just
Yeah.
depends on. Like my watch will say one thing. It's like, okay, first of all, how do watches know your pace when you're not moving? And the treadmills, like you feel like you're going at this pace, but
It just feels
Looks
different. Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
it feels faster. Like if I'm doing a tempo at like I don't know 540, I'll put it at 540, but it feels like I'm running like 510. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
And I think your body just naturally does so many little adjustments when you're running. And
Yeah.
so like to just have the same pace over and over and over again just I don't know, wears me out.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, there's 1 week where I had to do only treadmill running.
Yeah.
this summer, and I would like listen to podcasts and stuff. It still is. It sucked for like an hour.
I want to try the gravity treadmills. I don't
Yeah.
I tried that.
think you've tried it?
Air runners. Yeah. Those I think they're like 30% harder. Like they they demand like 30% more energy or something because it's self-propelled. Yeah, it's like the way you do it is like you hit a specific part on the treadmill and it will keep that same pace.
And it has like the bubble around your waist.
Oh wait, are you talking that? Oh, that's the Ultra G.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Are you talking the ones that like curve like
The curve?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are they're cool. If you like go back a little bit, then they slow down. If you go forward, then they speed
Yeah.
up. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the what are the Ultra G's out there called?
Mhm.
I want to try those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for like I don't know. It takes a little bit of pressure off. Okay, if you get injured, at least you have that
Yeah,
to still get miles.
it's a really
in.
good option to like start building back up fitness while still getting to run. So
Right.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
an interesting thing to invest in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear that, GC? Yeah.
Maybe someday. Yeah.
All right. This last one we're gonna do is the phrase "no pain, no gain" is toxic.
Agreed. To some degree. I think physically, yes. Mentally, pain is always good. But not if it's like injury related. Like if something is seriously hurting, then no.
Yeah.
But like this workout hurts, my body feels great, but like mentally this is like really hard. Then the no pain, no gain is really good, I think.
Yeah, I think obviously there's going to have to be discomfort to grow. And so
Yeah.
I think the difficult thing for a long distance runner is figuring out how much discomfort they can take without being injured. And like always walking that edge of trying to be like pushing yourself through, because some little nicks and knacks, like you're always going to feel something hurting when you're running, or a lot of the time. Like there's going to be something that's tight or sore. And so just trying to figure out, I think that's what the top athletes are able to do. And I'm still working on is like, what is an injury and what is something that you can push through?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think, yeah, like obviously racing is gonna hurt. So
Yeah.
like no pain, no gain. But like if your knee's been hurting you for like 4 weeks now and it's been getting worse, stop the pain so you can gain.
Get on the gravity treadmill.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like what you were saying with like those little like nicks and stuff that hurt, like I feel like so many people like immediately take time off when they feel that. But I feel like there's so many things that you can technically like train through, even if it means like, I don't know, dropping weekly mileage by like 5 or 10.
Coming up
But-
with a creative solution, maybe cross training or something, but
Yeah.
like you can't just take off every time like something's hurting. Like my hip's tight right now, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to run today. Like just
Right.
try to be more mindful about stretching or warming up in that area and so
Yeah.
that you're ready to continue to compete.
Yeah, for sure.
I totally agree with that one. All right, so that kind of wraps up that segment. Next one we're going to go to is best foods at the Rot. And it's not really a list, but we can just like talk about it. So, yeah. I have mine for sure. It's that like chicken gravy and rice. Do you know
Or
what
like
I'm
the
talking about?
coconut chicken curry.
Yeah,
the yellow.
holy
Yes.
dude.
Honestly, that's got to be. I think that's my number 2. I think biscuits
Oh.
and gravy is my number 1. I am a
Yes.
huge fan of
Yeah.
the biscuits and every Wednesday there's biscuits and gravy, and I am there
Yeah.
for it.
Wednesday mornings, baby.
I remember one of our like earliest double thresholds. It was me, you, and then maybe like Ethan, somebody else. We went straight there after the double threshold. It was like 7:30 a.m. after we already worked out and everything, and they had biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
That was the best feeling ever.
Yeah, no.
It's so
A
good.
double threshold into biscuits and gravy, I think has got to be one of the best feelings running against.
Yes.
No, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
What are some other guys? I mean, we have a tons of chicken. The chicken can either be really good or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We
Usually
had an
it's
apple
really good.
crisp today at lunch.
Oh, really? I just
Yeah.
ate the cookies. The cookies are great too.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. No, you don't. No.
Yeah.
What else is? I think the pizza's a little underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah. I mean, I don't eat it much, so like I can't say that much, but I don't know. It's always anytime when I eat it once in a while, it's always pretty good.
I think it's just rated.
Properly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like the English muffins in the toaster, and then they have like the honeycomb drippings. And I love putting
Oh,
like
yeah.
a little bit of honey and butter on an English bagel or English muffin, especially when I'm like running late for class or something. I can just grab that and like
Yeah.
eat it on the go.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. That sounds fire.
Actually, yeah, I gotta try that. Yep. All right. Any more foods or?
But this is at Java, but I got Java for the first time yesterday, and then I got some today.
No way, it's your first time.
Yes.
We're like 2 months into this semester.
It's because I ran out of coffee in my apartment, so I'm like, well, I haven't gone to the store yet, so
Yeah.
like, it's so good. It's so, and
Java is really good.
it's good, and the vibe there is like really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw you this morning.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I sat
Wait,
down
did
for
you
like,
double up? You got it yesterday and then this
And
morning
today,
also?
yeah.
yeah. All right, so we're about to wrap up the episode, but we got a question for the pod. What is your favorite activity outside of running? You wanna go first?
Oh. Sure. For me, it's definitely drawing, making art, 100%. I think I probably spend just as much time doing that as I do with running related things. Those are like my two. Running and drawing or painting is like the two like biggest things I spend most of my time on, I'd say.
I think it's gotta be a toss up. I haven't done it as much in college just because I haven't had like some of the stuff I had at home, but like outdoor adventure stuff, like I love just exploring, especially in Oregon, and so that's really fun. And then also maybe board games. I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge fan of board games. So
Respect it. Yeah.
Honestly, I just love making this podcast. I didn't know how much I'd love doing it, but like just producing this stuff, like making that reel, that was really fun.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy drawing, but I just haven't gotten myself to do it for a while. So
I wish I was better at drawing.
yeah,
I think that it's such a cool thing in a way to express yourself.
For sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
It's just really relaxing. Just for sure.
All right, what are we at, Max? 30. All right.
It's not bad.
Got anything else for the pod? Any shout outs?
Any shout outs?
All right, we can.
Griffin's boot.
Oh yeah, I think I texted you about this, but what do you want this podcast to be, or this episode to be named?
Like the title.
To be named.
Yeah.
Ooh. That is a tough one. I don't know if I have an opinion about the name. Do you guys have an idea?
I mean, I can make one after. if you want.
Speed Demon. No, I don't know.
The 10-minute record holder. No.
The 10-minute. Yeah. Do you guys have any records?
I'm part of the Bethany 4x8, but it's like 8:38. I don't know. Like shout out Bethany, I guess.
I have one high school record, but it wasn't that fast to begin with. Yeah, but that's it. As of now, I hope to gain some. So
yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
What about Friesen? You good with that? Jacob
Sure,
Friesen?
yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think
All
that's,
right.
Yeah.
Or like Friesen. Okay. Yeah. I'll play something off with Friesen.
We'll cook.
Yeah. We will cook or we'll freeze. Okay. All right.
Later in
go,
the,
Leafs.
in the ice in the ice bath later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Thanks so much for being on the podcast,
Yeah.
Jake. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. And,
I think that's it for this one.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Maple Milers out.
Yeah. Peace out, guys.